Hello everybody, I am Nate, this is Natergamez. Today we're going to play the park. Now, you'll see this as continue game. I've been having some serious issues with pretty much everything on the technical side of everything right now. My GPU has been crashing, and so I've been spending the last 2 days trying to get the park to work. I think I have it figured out. I had to underclock my GPU, and I played about 15 minutes of the game. So what was happening is in the beginning of the game, as soon as I hit the escalator, it would freeze. I would get a driver crash. And so I did a lot of research. I tried different drivers. I cleaned the computer inside and out. I vacuumed it. I sprayed it. I've tried everything. And nothing worked. And I finally read somewhere that underclocking was helping some people. So I underclocked my cores on the GPU. Seems to be working. Let's hope. You also notice I'm using the headset on my microphone again, or my microphone on my headset again. That's because I thought I had the issue with my Blue Snowball microphone fixed. Totally not fixed. So that's going back. I'm actually sending it back. I've been talking with Blue, and they want to issue me a free replacement. So I just have to wait for that. So I will try and get the sound quality decent in post. I hope I can. This headset's not too bad, but it's not as good as the Blue. So I'll work on it. So here's the hoping everything works. I'm gonna hit new game. As far as I got, I don't know if you've watched any other videos, but I did the swan ride, and I quit there. I haven't seen anything past the swan ride, which is pretty long and tedious. I might cut that up a little bit, try to shorten it. But yeah, so I'll show you exactly where the game has been freezing every time I try to play it, and I hope it works, because I really want to play this game.
I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
I am so excited to get playing this. It looks great. People love it. I'm tired of seeing this intro.
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
Not gonna lie, I've seen this intro about 35 times.
Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
I could probably act out this intro at this point. Alright. So now that I think it's gonna work, I haven't stopped to read anything. I haven't explored anything. I've just been running straight through, basically trying to force it to crash. See if I can get it to crash.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
Atlantic Island Park, a tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all of those who follow after. Infect, maybe not the best word for a situation like that. And this guy, I'll let the cutscene go, but I've got some thoughts about this guy.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
So right off the bat, I have 2 questions. 3. How did that guy know my name? Well, I mean, he could have been there when I bought the tickets, sure. How did he know the bear was missing? Because when she walked up, she wasn't saying anything to him. And 3, how the hell did Callum get into the gate while they were locked? So the first thing that I think of is that this is all some sort of delusion by Lorraine. Welcome to Atlantic Island Park. First of all, because that's just a little ad for the park there. Alright, here goes. Cross your fingers. So every time I will get up the escalator, the park goes dark, I'll run about 10 seconds, and then everything crashes. So
There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
But it's so strange that this is happening because I recorded a bunch of indie games since I was so frustrated with trying to get this to work. Everything ran great. This is the only game that's ever caused my drivers to crash. So I don't know if it's just poorly optimized, or you know, my card is actually starting to have an issue. I don't know. It is an older card. I mean, the 660 Ti it's past end of life, so I might just need a new card at this point. Okay. Here we go. It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Oh God. The park. What happened here?
Okay, like I said, I've seen all this, but I haven't explored anything. So far, so good. I'm gonna be nervous recording this whole thing now. Alright, entrance, sideshow alley, roller coasters, bumper cars, Ferris wheel, House of Horrors, oh good, Octotron, Tunnel of Tales. Yeah, Tunnel of Tales, that's what that's the swan ride I did. So far, so good. Maybe with my video card, maybe with my video card just getting older, I just needed to turn it down a little bit. You know, I know at some point the game is going to force me in there, and I really don't want to. Carrie Killian is Satan's whore. You know, who are we to judge? She could be. And, you know, it could be her living. So, I'm in no place to judge that profession.
Callum! Catch me, Mommy.
Okay, so if you didn't catch it, I'm hitting right click to shout.
Where did you
And
go?
in shouting, that will also give me the ability to see points
Don't
of
hide from me,
interest.
Callum. Over here.
I think this belongs to Callum.
Take his shoe.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob.
Hello? Over here.
What is this about?
Purchase the land on Solomon Island for pittance. I might add whatever old Archie Henderson did to... I don't know what that voice said, but it was terrifying. Locking Sutter's moment. My lawyers arranged everything in advance, but the realtor still had a chance. Okay, so talking about buying the island. I don't know what you're planning to do, but the soil here is bitter with a curse. Dismissed him. I don't know what the hell that speaker's saying, but I'm going to go ahead and run away from it. Alright, everything's working. I might be able to get to play this game. Ah! So, here's the swan ride. Alright, so I'm just going to say it right now. Every time I've played... excuse me. Every time I've played up to this point, I've never heard that laugh.
Callum, stay where you are. I'm not playing anymore, Callum.
Mommy!
Well, Callum is over there on a swan. A swan. Alright. So, yeah, this part's pretty boring. But, I think it kind of gives into a little bit of setup for the rest of the game. And I don't know that it's necessarily integral, but we'll do it anyways. And like I said, I might cut a lot of this story out. It's just the story of Hansel and Gretel. Everyone knows it.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel, and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup. What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all four starve, you fool.
I don't remember that.
Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
It's very dark in this
The
tunnel,
next
too.
morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day. Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white stones behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their parents' house.
See, I think that squirrel standing there, or chipmunk, or whatever he is kind of important.
From their parents for
I don't
getting
know why
lost in the
yet.
woods, the children are sent to bed without
So
any
yeah,
supper.
anyways, what I was saying is I think
Hansel tried to sneak out and
because
collect
that guy
more
at the
white
entrance
stones,
desk
but found that
was
the door
talking
was
about,
locked.
you
Tomorrow
know,
I will take them into the woods myself,
talking about,
the wife told
sorry, I was
the
playing with the
woodcutter.
volume so I could hear myself talk. The guy at the desk was talking about, you know,
In the
knowing her
morning,
name
their
and
mother
knowing
gave
that
them a slice of
she was
bread
going back in
and
to
led
try to
them
find
deep
the
into
bear,
forest once again.
and she didn't say anything. She just walked up and had a little mini stroke. So
Hansel broke
I'm
his bread
thinking
into pieces and left a trail
that
of breadcrumbs to lead them safely
she
home.
is
But hungry-eyed birds
just
snatched
delusional.
up
She's
the
going to the
breadcrumbs
park
and
for one
his
reason or
trail was
another, but the
destroyed.
park is actually closed and abandoned.
Abandoned by their parents,
And so
unable to find
that's
the
my
trail
thought.
home. The children
Why
wandered
she's
in the
here,
forest
I don't
for
know.
3 days.
But even at the beginning, the very first thing you see is her face, and she looks almost like she's reminiscing or, you know, flooding memories into her head
the
or
children
something like that.
stumbled into a clearing
So-
with an exceedingly strange house. Its
I guess
walls
we'll
were
see when
made
the
of
game's over if
gingerbread,
I'm right or not.
and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
And one of my favorite YouTubers, some guy dude, he was talking during this part. This game, especially if there's going to be more instances like this where you're not in control, you're just on rails,
Sniffing
would be
the air
perfect for
and peering
Oculus.
around with cloudy eyes. Oh,
So hopefully there's going to be Oculus support later on.
who brought you here?
I don't have one yet. I want an Oculus.
Stay with me.
I thought about buying one, but I figured I'd just wait until the consumer version comes out.
Stayed back.
Because right now, you know, they're on DK2, obviously. Which is fine, you know, if you want to get a dev kit. But I don't necessarily care to get a dev kit. 'Cause I'm not a
The
developer.
old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops.
And I know you don't have to
Children
use
took
it for
them and
developing.
began to eat.
Obviously, all the YouTubers that, or most of the YouTubers that use it for their videos aren't developers.
Inside, the old woman
But
urged,
I
and
figured
the
once the
children,
consumer version
still
comes
licking
out,
their sweets,
they'll have kinks and
followed.
bugs worked out. And I will just do that. Oh!
Once inside the house,
Don't remember that happening.
changed.
Alan, where did you
She
go?
stuffed Hansel into a cage and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her
Wow.
hut.
I just thought I'd
Your brother
right click
will
to
make
see
a
if
good
the shouting
mother,
worked during this, and it
the
echoed a
witch
lot
told
in here.
Gretel.
Only worked that once
he
though.
is fattened up, I shall feast upon him.
Yeah. See, like I was saying,
Time
this
passed,
goes on
and poor Hansel
forever.
refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today,
Agua.
I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But
I
Gretel
mean,
pretended
this part is
not to
really cool.
understand. I do not know how.
Unnecessarily
Where is the
long.
opening?
I think they could have sped up the ride just a little bit.
Said. The opening is here.
So I think this takes a total of about
Show Gretel.
7
Seizing
minutes.
her courage, brave
And I think that's
Gretel
just a little
gave the
long.
witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until her screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
Yep.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that part from the book. And this part scared the shit out of me. Ready for it? Yep. I would have jumped right the fuck off that swan. I don't care what was in the water. Alright. So I have not seen anything past this point. As soon as I got off the swan, noticed that it was transitioning okay. I called it good.
Where are you, Callum?
So,
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against
okay.
them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Hunger can do some terrible things. Hunger is the reason for most of the crime in the world. Like I said, I have not seen anything past this. I don't, past that dock. I don't know what's going on.
Another accident. This place.
Another accident? Did I miss one? No. No, no. Stop honking. Stop honking. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. The governor is booked to cut the ribbons, so only the real question is whether he will have any customers. We will have any customers. I'm not truly worried the customers will come out of simple curiosity. I deduced what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. Four's astonishing to think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to negotiate, and that caused some sort of taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. So is that Mr. Bear?
Where did you go?
If that's Mr. Bear, I'd like to grab it and leave.
Stay where you are.
I'm anxious to see... Who said that? I'm anxious to see how that shout plays out in this game. If
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
God, well, speakers. If that shout has any direct impact on gameplay, other than calling him and being able to see.
Callum, tell Mommy where you are.
All right, so there's the octo thingy. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it here. The game seems to be running great. I hope it keeps running great. That's one episode down. I don't know how long the game is necessarily, but everything's working so far. So cut it here, and I will pick it right back up. I'm really excited the game's working, and I hope that my excitement's coming through, because I'm anxious to get through this. So, if you liked it, give me a like. If not, definitely let me know why. If you want to see more games like this and the rest of the park, definitely give me a subscribe. But for now, I am Nate. This is Natergamez. I will see you in the future.